like, no matter what you do, if you put it on the internet, someone's gonna hate it. Like, no matter what, someone's gonna hate it. But it's fine. Like, I get to have fun. Like, I'm here, and I get to do this, so I don't care. They're on the internet. It doesn't matter.
YouTube, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy C. Dottie. Today we have CBS Sports NFL Week 6 Power Rankings. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't want to watch this, but some of y'all was requesting it, so I'm like, fuck it, bro. I was really gonna wait till the week the actual Falcons play, but we're about to see if we even move, what they shook up. Some teams did lose, some teams did win, so we might as well go ahead and check it out on North of 50,000. Might not be a long video, man. Let's go ahead and get into it.
All right, we've officially reached the point in the NFL season when Pete Prisco cries, "Is anybody even any good?"
This is the week.
It's
this
Pete
is definitely
Prisco's
the week.
Power Rankings hour, which is only like, I don't know, 30 minutes or so because Pete has to go do something else. Afternoon nap, right?
I'm not.
So they moved the Ravens behind us, which is crazy. Niggas moved the Ravens behind us. See, look, now the teams behind us should be behind us. We're better than the Cowboys. We're better than the Texans. We're better than the Vikings. Other than that, I'm cool, bro. We're better than these three teams, I'm not going to lie. Other than that, I'm chilling, bro.
No, he's got to hit the other studio. You got to go work with producer Noah. Here are his Power
Damn, they're better than the Patriots, bro.
Rankings with no 5-0 teams for the first time in 11 years, with the Eagles and Bills both being upset at home. That gives us a new number one. It's the Lions.
I told y'all what, 2-3 weeks ago, didn't I say? I said this is the most competitive that the NFL has been in a long time, bro. And look, history being made.
Who won for fourth straight time. They've got Kansas City on Sunday Night Football in KC. They are on a tier all to their own. It's just the new number one tier. Everyone else dropping into the chasing a championship tier, including the Steelers there at number 5.
Lions in their
They
own
jump up
tier?
4 spots on a bye. And then the playoffs loading. Here come the Jags at number 8 into the top 10. Let's get into it. You heard Pete Prisco. You may have also heard Lige Douzable. We will start with the
thinking this nigga
Detroit
Pete not
Lions,
here.
Pete. You can't argue with what they've done and how they've looked, the 4 straight wins. But how concerning is it that they're now without their top 2 cornerbacks for maybe some time?
Very. And anytime you don't have your corners on a defense that really
they lost their
Hutchinson
corners
and not a lot else to really
Correct.
passer, that's a major problem. So I am concerned about that. But boy, oh boy, offensively, they're outstanding. I mean, Jared Goff doesn't get the due he deserves.
Yep.
He's playing great football right now.
Yeah.
He's in the MVP conversation. They can run it. They can throw it. They still haven't gotten Jamison Williams going in the passing game. That's still to come. So we haven't seen the best of this offense yet. But I think defensively there are concerns going forward starting this week.
It's crazy they got this because that first game was looking super duper spooky, bro. But yeah, Lions playing good football, bro. We don't got to really listen too much, but they're playing good football, bro. There's really not much to say. Them niggas is playing good football, bro. But they lost the first 2 corners is crazy.
Teams, the Eagles and the Bills, each dropping 1 spot respectively. I was kind of wondering if the Eagles would tumble, just because they've been outgained in every game and they finally drop one, but they don't.
Okay, I considered putting the Bucs ahead of them, but they beat the Bucs.
Yeah.
So
Why not the Bills? Why didn't you consider the Bills to go ahead of the Eagles?
Well, because they just lost to the Patriots at home.
Yeah.
I mean, the Patriots aren't as good. I don't think the Patriots are as good as the Broncos, so that kind of played into it as well. That's why I didn't drop them down. Plus, a lot of teams lost in the middle of the game.
Yeah, they did.
Good teams you would normally maybe moved up, they lost these games. So, look, I'm concerned about the Eagles. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not, because they've won games. You can look at it 2 ways. They won 4 games by not playing their best football. Is that a sign of a really good team that's just not playing well? Or are you majorly concerned? And I look at it the other way. They blew the game last week against the Broncos.
Bro, I swear the Eagles do this every year. Like, bro, the Eagles is good, bro. They started like this last year. Nigga, they lost to the Falcons beginning of last year, bro. Like, come on, bro. And Falcons is my squad.
Game. You have
still
a lead
won
in
a
that game
championship.
at home. You're supposed to win that game. So, is there concerns? Yes, but I still think they're a darn good football team.
Yeah, looking at both of these teams, the Eagles game, I just, for the life of me, Kevin Patula, like I love the balance he showed in the first quarter, but to only have 8 carries between both of your backs for 42 yards.
Look, it's a dub, another dub. Question mark. Damn near dub. A ball game, dub. Basically, there's a lot of guaranteed dubs in this bitch, bro.
So they were actually running it well. They were averaging over 5.5 yards a carry. You can't drop Jalen Hurts back almost 40 times in a game and expect to win. That's just not Eagles football. So they got to get Saquon Barkley going. Thankfully for them, short week. You had a loss. You played the Giants on Thursday Night Football, so you can get that bad taste out of your mouth. Pete, we have been talking about the Bills because I think a little bit of them playing down to the competition ailed them in this last game. Because we both said they haven't been playing up to the standard, especially on offense. But now the defense didn't play that well either. Drake May outdueled Josh Allen. I mean, Josh Allen and this Bills team for 26 straight weeks had won the turnover battle. They lost it significantly in this game, 3-1. So when you look at it, I'm not overly concerned with the Bills. Hopefully this loss comes at the right time for them and they'll get their mind right. But the schedule does get a lot tougher for them going down the stretch than it does for the New England Patriots.
These niggas be panicking, bro. I swear, bro. They be panicking. It gets tougher. They lose in week 6. Got a bye week. They beating the Panthers. Got a ball game week 9. Beating the Dolphins. Beating the Bucks. Beating the Texans, beating that's gonna be a ball game. We gotta see what that new Bengals looking like with Joe Flacco. I don't know why they got old ass Joe Flacco out of everybody, but got Joe Flacco. Patriots again. They're not losing to the Patriots again. They're gonna win that one. They're gonna beat the Browns. Ball game with the Eagles and beat the Jets. Bills is good, bro. Like niggas is doing too much.
Yeah, the schedule's definitely tougher, but I mean, also you look at the next two; they should win the next two.
You say that the Panthers are undefeated at home. For some reason, they're a different team at home.
I'm going to this game week 6 at Bills versus Falcons. I'm going to that game. If we win, I'm talking so much shit. These niggas are disrespecting us crazy. Like I'm not picking up what the fuck that shit is disrespectful. So they think that the Panthers have a better chance of beating the Bills than the Falcons? Y'all niggas is crazy.
And the Falcons have
beat the Commanders.
And I was gonna say, and they actually just had a bye, so they get extra time to prepare for Josh Allen and the Bills. So, and then you look at it, Buccaneers, Texans are starting to get healthy.
I think the Bills need to go back to letting Allen play looser and freer. I
think
really
so?
do. I do. I just think you know how many they don't throw the ball down the field at all.
Yeah.
They don't nothing. They get nothing out of their passing game down the field.
To me, the biggest issue, though, and we talked about this when we were talking about.
There's too much talking about these teams that's good and had nothing to worry about. Let's talk about a team that has something to worry about.
See right now, Lige, they're number 6 for Pete.
You know, I've been on them high for a while. Indiana Jones and Pete, this isn't your big brothers.
When were you on them?
Have I not been saying give love? And you're like, they got to keep playing people. Has he not been saying that? They haven't played anybody. You are who you are.
You pick them to win the division.
No, but since the beginning of
weeks ago, you weren't on.
I would say week 2, I was on them. Before everybody else, and you were like, nah, I need to see a little more. They haven't played on the road. And I'm like, nah, this is the
after
Daniel.
They whacked the Dolphins, you jumped on?
I saw how efficient the offense was. That was the issue. You know this, Pete. The last 2 seasons, they were 1 game away from the playoffs. They had inept quarterback play. And I kept saying this. Shane Steichen felt like if he can get the Daniel Jones from 2022 with the Giants, which he's actually surpassed that. He's playing better than that guy. That he felt like he had the subsequent pieces around to make a playoff push. And right now, Daniel Jones has to be a top 3 candidate in the MVP race for how he's played. Now, this isn't your big...
This is crazy, like...
Big brother and big sister's AFC South. I know, Pete, going into the season, we all thought this was going to be a lapdog
playing Peyton Manning football
division. This might actually be one of the strongest divisions if the Texans can turn things around, because the way Jacksonville's playing, the way the Indianapolis Colts, that's not going to be an easy out when you play an AFC South team. So I love everything that Indiana Jones is doing. And Jonathan Taylor, he might be the front runner for Offensive Player of the Year, how he's playing not only running the football, but catching it out of the backfield.
Look, if Daniel Jones continues to play the way he's playing, they're going to be a playoff team and more.
Yeah.
I mean, that they are playing really good football. But, and I'm going to always put the but.
He loves that but.
Dolphins, Titans, Raiders.
Broncos.
Right. Dolphins.
That was at home.
What does Pete about to say?
So we don't know how good they are yet. We just don't.
I mean, but the schedule pans out good for them.
You don't, because you don't know
Jay's
ball.
point
Shut
about
the fuck up, Pete.
That division. Here come the Jaguars. Biggest win in several years. Beat the Chiefs, and they're up to number 8, Pete.
And look, offensively, we haven't seen the best of them yet.
Yeah.
We started to see, I think what you saw on the last drive.
They're just winning ball games.
Start seeing more of that. And in that game, you get Travis Hunter down the middle of the field. He's going to become more effective. Brian Thomas caught the ball on the sideline. That might have been one of the best throws we've seen all year by anybody.
For sure.
And then he hits the out route to De'Ami Brown. He started feeling it a little bit. He was playing looser, and I think Trevor Lawrence needs to play looser. He ran. He wasn't doing that all year.
Correct.
He ran with the football. He escaped pressure. And I think that they're ready to really get more out of the
best
passing
start
game
since
on offense.
2007.
Defensively, not having Trayvon Walker showed up in a big way. Because what he gives them is, A, good against the run, ability to rush the passer, and that changes how you play on defense. So once they get him back, I think defensively they'll be fine as well. They're not a great defense. They take the ball away, and they can be a serviceable, good defense, because Anthony Campanelli, the defensive coordinator, does a great job calling defenses.
Besides the transactions on the offensive line, Anthony, other guy has to drop out.
See what their schedule looking like. They got Seahawks, Rams playing in England, I guess. Seahawks gonna be tough. Rams gonna be tough, boy. Bye week, got a dub against the Raiders. Got a dub. I'm just not gonna call Texans a dub, but y'all have a good chance of winning. Chargers gonna be a battle. Cardinals have a good chance of winning. It's a dub against the Titans. It's gonna be a battle against the Colts. Got a dub against the Jets. Broncos gonna be you might lose this one. Gonna be a battle though. Y'all gonna split one with the Colts, and y'all gonna sweep the Titans. Y'all straight.
And Patrick Mahomes even spoke about this in the press conference. He was like, they hadn't really done that before, and we just knew we had a touchdown with Juju. He gets right up under that, picks it off, and takes it to the house. I love everything about what Anthony Campanelli, he takes the issue to the offense, no matter who you are, even if you're the Kansas City Chiefs. Trevor Lawrence, that was a growth moment for him, because it was a roller coaster, Pete. Them first two plays, I was like, this is awful clock management. You have to understand, right? The first play, you get about 5 or 6 yards. I get it, right? Next play, you're rolling to the left. You take a loss, throw it out. Like, what are you doing? But to Pete's point, that wasn't just one of the best throws this season. That might have been Trevor Lawrence's best throw ever. Like, literally, that whole shot in coverage. And then to back it up with a De'Ami Brown out route, he put that out in front where only De'Ami Brown could catch it.
And if he can continue to build off of that, they're going to be a good
talking
football.
about the Broncos.
Before I go into the Denver Broncos, because you know I picked them to win the division. Jack, do we have the schedule for the Denver Broncos? I want to pull that up.
We got here where they say it's about Joe Flacco.
I will say this. The Denver Broncos are playing at a different level right now. And honestly, they should be undefeated, right? We talked about the Indianapolis Colts game. If a guy on special teams doesn't land on a guy, they win that game.
Got a bye week.
Oh, damn. Facts. Damn. They got a dub against the Jets, dub against the Giants, dub against the Cowboys, dub against the Texans, dub against the Raiders. Damn. You got the Chiefs. Got a bye week. You got a battle against the Commanders, dub against the Raiders, battle against the Packers, battle against Jags, battle against Chiefs. Chiefs not lose. Oh, Chiefs usually do lose on Christmas, though. They're not losing again. So y'all going to win that first. Y'all going to win week 11. Y'all going to lose on Christmas. And then y'all got a battle against the Chargers. Y'all
in week 6.
That's what I'm
y'all
saying.
definitely sure. Y'all about to go crazy these next couple games. I'm not going to lie. I might got to try to scoop y'all defense up on fantasy. Not going to lie.
He's just going to kick us while we down, huh, Jets?
The Giants,
the Cowboys who have struggled on defense. Like, they literally could like stretch out this lead in the division. We talked about the Chargers earlier in the season. Right now, the injury bug is killing their offensive line. Justin Herbert was beat to a pulp by the Commanders this last Sunday. So this Denver Broncos team, we know the Chiefs have the Lions this week. They can start to stretch in this division over the next couple weeks.
Sean Payton's a
good
head coach.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let they might. They haven't, like,
Even if he went.
There's no way, bro. That schedule a little too sweet. They about to go crazy. Broncos finna go crazy.
It's a must-win this week against the Lions.
No, we don't know. I mean, 1 week they're good on offense, and 1 week they're good on defense.
Before the season, you were convinced that they would be better this
don't know
year than they
shit.
had.
Well, they
What's
also
gone
had-
wrong?
What do you know, Pete?
Not having Worthy for a while matters, and I think their offensive line didn't play as well up until the last couple of weeks.
Correct.
But what I saw from their defense on Monday night really concerns me. I mean, where was the pass rush? Where were those guys? They have big money invested in Chris Jones and Karlaftis, and where were they for most of that game? I'm concerned about them defensively. But I do think that offensively they're starting to come alive, and that's the good thing. Pacheco started looking like Pacheco last night. That looked
Okay. Peace talking.
Going. And can't be standing around watching plays like Chris Jones was on the last play of the game.
Man, that was bad. That's a bad look of a schedule.
Look at this schedule. They got Lions coming up next, Sunday Night Football. It's going to be a battle. Then you got Raiders. It's a dub. Commanders battle. Bills battle. Bye week. Broncos battle. Colts battle. I think y'all going to beat the Colts. Cowboys. I think y'all can win that one. Texans y'all got. Tight. Chargers tough. Titans y'all got. And Raiders y'all got. Damn, y'all got a tough ass schedule, bro. I got a pretty tough schedule actually. Especially Commanders, Bills, Broncos, Colts, Chargers, Broncos again.
And you can't count them out, right? This is a dynasty. But there are some concerns because it's just like 1 week the offense isn't playing well, 1 week the defense, and then the special teams snafus. Like we're not a
Mahomes, they going to the, but are they going to squeeze their way in the playoffs and they're going to be the normal Chiefs, bro. Let's just go. Let's go ahead and move on. They're going to squeeze in the playoffs and be the normal Chiefs.
7.5-point underdogs this week at home to the Rams. Lamar Jackson's probably not playing again,
Correct.
so that might fall to 1-5.
But the funny thing is, Vegas still has them as the betting odds to win it to
Because their schedule.
Yeah, exactly. Their schedule lightens up. And me and Pete talked about it. They're still a realm where the Ravens could go on a run and make a playoff run if everybody comes back healthy, if that defense turns things around.
Schedule.
The thing is, everybody's been hurt on the defense, but even when people were healthy, they weren't playing particularly well. And Nnamdi Madubuike won't be coming back. So they got bludgeoned. Honestly, I feel like it was that Detroit Lions game that changed the season for the Ravens because they got bludgeoned on both sides of the football in that game, and they just have not recovered. It's like one of those boxers that got beat up and just his psyche is just taken away from him. That's what it feels like with the Baltimore Ravens right now. So right now the Steelers are in the driver's seat.
This is really the odds. I'm about to slap 100 on the Steelers. Or slap 100 on the Bengals and just hope Joe Flacco go crazy. These are really the odds.
They still have stronger games down the stretch because their schedule's kind of been light to start the season as well.
They get the Browns this week.
Yeah, exactly. So like the one team that was actually significantly probably better than them was the Seahawks, and they beat them, right? So like when you look at it, the Steelers are in the driver's seat, but if the Ravens could get everybody healthy, there is a path for them.
You got to get healthy. You got to get Lamar back. And if Lamar comes back, is he Lamar? I mean, that's the question. If he comes back with the hamstring injury, can he move around the way he normally does? Those are still issues out there. But I think they'll get it going. The Ravens have too much talent on their team when they're on the field, and they'll get it going. The schedule's really soft. This is going to come down to the final week of the season.
100%.
The Steelers and the Ravens. You watch. It always works out that way. I think it'll come out that way. But I don't recognize this damn Ravens team. They don't tackle. They don't block.
Schedule,
they don't hit. They don't run the ball. Henry does nothing.
I mean, didn't even show their schedule.
And you could talk all you want about Cooper Rush being there. He doesn't play defense. Yeah. They turned an offense that was almost inept in Houston for most of the season into an explosive unit. That's how bad they are
in all those games.
And lost.
Yeah, their defense have been absolutely horrendous.
Last-second field goal.
Exactly, and every single one of them. But this one took the cake. This was hands down the worst regular season loss I've ever seen a team succumb to, being up 2 scores.
I said that too. I said the same thing.
Let's just paint it for everybody. 21-3, late in the third quarter. Kyler Murray.
I thought you were about to say 28-3. I was about to click off.
Trying to make a check in the line. The ball gets snapped and hits him in the face mask. Does he fall on the ball? No. Draymond Jones falls on the ball, and then he dives next to Draymond Jones and then gets hurt on that play and has to leave the game. Imari DeMarcado, 72 yards. We were just talking about this 2 weeks ago, Pete, with A.D. Mitchell. Finished through the goal line. He was elated because he thought he scored, He was also upset because he thought he was going to be the guy with Trey Benson and James Conner going to IR. They elevated 2 practice squad guys who got more carries than him. When he got his opportunity, that's what he did with it. He didn't finish the play. And then obviously we saw what happened on the sideline with him and Jonathan Gannon. That just cannot happen. No. So that's the one thing I want to watch with the Cardinals team. This kind of reminds me of your Bears last year, right? The film.
We're not going to spend too much time on the Cardinals, bro. I'm not going to lie.
Disrespectful, man.
And there's the New York Jets. We'll get to the Jets in a minute. But first, Hawks and Chargers.
Oh, I didn't even peep this. Hold on. Okay. I mean, like, bro, like I said before, we're better than at least Cowboys and Texans. Vikings might be better than us with Carson Wentz, but I don't give a fuck, nigga. We were at least have us in front of the Texans, bro. Y'all crazy. We're better than the Cowboys for sure, and the Texans for sure.
The Chiefs now into this category at 16. The Chiefs, not a winning team, under 500 once again at 2-3 after losing at Jacksonville. We're gonna.
I came back.
Was lost for likely.
And then Jake Browning. If they steal that game, Pete, and Jake Browning plays like he did 2 years ago and goes, 50%, goes 7-7, that makes him 10-7. They're probably getting into the playoffs. Yeah, exactly. I said if he goes 50%. I didn't say he was going to win every game.
He's gone 0%.
Yeah, that's the issue. But again, I came back the next week and said
I had a pair. She'd be my uncle.
I came back the next week, and you know this, Pete. I said I underestimated how bad that offensive line. He hasn't played well.
How bad Jake Browning
No,
is.
that offensive line is. Pete, I still don't think they even had 50 yards rushing in a game yet.
Look, the line
It don't matter who's the quarterback.
Is this the new QB defender over here?
No, I'm just saying it doesn't matter who. They literally lost Joe Burrow because of the offensive line. It doesn't matter.
It matters. It matters because Jake Browning's
with Joe Burrow, the offense didn't look good versus
Are y'all gonna block? Are y'all gonna draft people to block? Like, damn.
the
Great
Browns.
quarterback behind a bad offensive line, you can get away with it sometimes. When you have a bad quarterback and get behind a bad offensive line.
Using that word sometimes.
How about Joe Flacco? What's the Joe Flacco trade?
To me, it makes no sense because Jake Browning right now in their career is a better athlete than Joe Flacco. We talked about how bad this offensive line is. Joe Flacco wasn't playing well. That's why they traded him. Matter of fact, they traded him within the division. Has you never see this? Like, they feel comfortable enough to let Joe Flacco go to the Browns because they're not concerned about him going to the Bengals at all. So, I don't get it. And you see the numbers right there. Joe Flacco actually has a higher interception to touchdown ratio than Jake Browning does.
They both stink. They both stink.
But so to me, it makes no sense.
Well, I mean, you're taking a chance to try.
Desperation is what this is.
Well, and it's desperation because Jake Browning stinks. He's terrible.
So is this offensive line, and so is this run game.
Yeah, well, but
Why
the
Joe
receivers aren't,
Flacco,
and he's
though?
not
They are good.
He's not getting him the ball enough. So you got to take a
They
chance.
should have put Brett Rippon in the game.
Huh?
Brett Rippon's there right now. They give Brett Rippon.
You think he can get him to the play?
0 Pro Bowl appearances. Joe Flacco never been to the Pro Bowl.
Playoffs?
No,
I would have tried to get Jameis Winston. I don't think they could get him, though. Yeah, I don't think the Giants would trade him. And
Probably not.
Russell Wilson, who wants him? That's part of the problem.
I would have loved to have seen Russell Wilson
What?
with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Just see if the moon balls can save.
that would have been fun to watch.
It would have been.
Jameis Winston would have been fun.
All right.
Joe Flacco could throw a deep ball, too. Let's not forget.
He hasn't thrown on in Cleveland.
Well, they didn't have anybody really good deep ball throw.
You better throw them bitches to Jamar Chase and T.
BJ, you
Higgins.
tried last
I
week.
better know
you
that.
really tried with your former team, the New York Jets. You looked into the camera.
You buried him.
And you basically told them to man up, for lack of a better term.
This week you're going to really.
And what they do, they got blown out by the Cowboys at home.
Yeah, I'm not. There's no way I'm finna talk about the winless Jets, bro. Oh no, 50,000 men. I'm out this bitch.